There is something I have wanted to tell you for a very long time, yet every time the opportunity appears, my courage seems to disappear. It is not because I do not care. It is not because my feelings are uncertain. The truth is much simpler than that. Your presence carries a quiet confidence that makes me pause. You walk through life with a strength that is impossible to ignore, and sometimes I wonder if someone like me could ever find a place beside someone like you. From a distance, you seem fearless. You know what you believe, you stand by your values, and you never appear to change yourself just to earn someone's approval. That kind of confidence is rare, and it commands respect. Yet, for someone who is quietly trying to gather the courage to speak, it can also feel intimidating. Many people probably assume that confidence comes naturally to everyone, but it doesn't. Some of us rehearse conversations in our minds 100 times before saying a single word. We imagine every possible outcome, every awkward silence, every misunderstanding, and every reason someone might walk away. By the time the moment arrives, our thoughts have already convinced us that staying silent is the safer choice, so I stayed silent, not because I wanted to, because I was afraid that I would say the wrong thing, choose the wrong words, or fail to show you what was truly in my heart. There were countless moments when I almost walked over to you. I imagined introducing myself, asking how your day had been, or simply sharing a smile. Each time, another thought interrupted me. What if I become just another stranger? What if you are too busy? What if you have already built a life that has no room for someone like me? Those questions became walls that existed only inside my own mind. The strange thing about admiration is that it often grows quietly. It isn't always loud or dramatic. Sometimes it begins with noticing the way someone treats people who cannot offer them anything in return. Sometimes it begins with seeing patience instead of anger, kindness instead of pride, or compassion where others would choose judgment. Those are the qualities that caught my attention. It wasn't perfection that impressed me, it was authenticity. You never seemed interested in pretending to be someone else. In a world where so many people wear masks, your honesty stood out. Even when life was difficult, you continued moving forward without asking for sympathy. That quiet resilience spoke louder than any speech ever could. The more I noticed those qualities, the more I realized that my hesitation had very little to do with you and almost everything to do with my own fears. I worried that I wasn't accomplished enough. I worried that I hadn't become the person I wanted to be. I worried that you deserved someone who had every answer while I was still trying to figure out my own path. Looking back now, I understand how unfair those thoughts were. We often compare our hidden struggles with someone else's visible strengths. We forget that everyone carries battles the world cannot see. Perhaps you have experienced moments of uncertainty too. Perhaps your confidence was built one difficult day at a time. Perhaps the strength I admired was earned through challenges that no one else witnessed. If that's true, then maybe we were never as different as I imagined. Maybe we were simply standing on opposite sides of the same fears. Over time, I realized that courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is choosing honesty even when fear refuses to leave. It is accepting that rejection may happen, misunderstandings may occur, and expectations may not always become reality, yet deciding that sincerity is still worth offering. I no longer want fear to write the story of my life. I would rather speak with an honest heart than spend years wondering what might have happened if I had remained silent. No matter where life leads us, I hope you always remember your worth. Never shrink your personality just because someone finds your confidence overwhelming. The right people will not ask you to become smaller so they can feel bigger. They will appreciate your strength while bringing their own. They will respect your independence instead of trying to control it. They will celebrate your success instead of competing with it. That is the kind of connection I hope to build someday, a relationship where admiration replaces insecurity, where honest conversations replace assumptions, and where two people encourage each other to grow instead of asking each other to settle. If our paths continue to cross, maybe one day I will finally gather the courage to say hello without rehearsing the conversation 100 times. Maybe I will stop worrying about finding perfect words and simply trust that authenticity is enough. Until then, I will keep becoming the person I hope to be, not to impress you, but because growth is a gift I owe myself. And if our stories are ever meant to continue together, I hope they begin with honesty, mutual respect, and the quiet understanding that the strongest connections are built not on perfection, but on the willingness to be seen exactly as we are.